Hello, everyone, and today we are talking about Rent a Girlfriend Season 4. Was it worth it? I am fully convinced that if you are not 18 years or older, you should not be watching this anime. Even though this is still less than, say, Konosuba, Season 4 notches up the fan service and a very disgusting scene that they put in the first 30 seconds of season 4 that should, in my opinion, have been edited out. However, I was so angry when I turned on season 4 and had that moment, and I'm not gonna say on this channel, but if you watched it, you know what moment I'm talking about. For the first time, I felt shame and everything that why people do not admit to being a Rent a Girlfriend fan, right? With that being said, as I was fuming for most of the day about it, I then realized, and this is not me coping, I did realize that from a story perspective, it was actually a pretty good point. And don't get me wrong, and no, I'm not going to describe the scene because I wish they edited it out. But from a story perspective, it shows that Kazu is not 100% better. He took a big step in season 3. In fact, he took a huge step about becoming like an MC that's worth watching. And then he takes a step back in the first 30 seconds of season 4. Now, again, a lot in life is you taking one big step forward and you taking 2 steps back. And I feel like they showed it with this scene. However, I still hate it. I still wish they didn't do it. But from a story perspective, I can deal with it. I'm probably never going to see it again. I am fast forwarding that moment from all the time. Okay, now that I talked about the first 30 seconds of the show, what did I think about season 4? Season 4, I think, had some of the highest moments and some of the lowest moments in the whole series. I think this fan service got ratcheted up, especially after episode 5. And if you guys know, this covers the Hawaii arc. It's basically one big beach party episode. You know how most animes have a trope of having a beach episode? Think about this having like 5 or 6 beach episodes, okay, in a row. Again, I wish they didn't put some of the scenes, but a lot of the scenes actually hit home as far as like what makes this series special as well. And I have to say, they did those scenes really, really well. Like, it makes you feel for all the characters involved. I still hate Rukia. I think she's the worst thing to ever happen to Rent a Girlfriend. I really do. And for people who defend Rukia, and I'm going to say this now, if you are a Rukia defender, she not only framed Kazuya for something he didn't do that could, like, damage him for the rest of his life, but she is forcing to be put in this position. Kazuya tried to break up with her in the first episode of the season and tried multiple times to break up with Rukia, and she won't let it go. This is all Rukia's fault, not Kazu's fault at this point. So people defending Rukia because Kazu's mean and won't return his feeling. He doesn't have to return the feelings to her. He made it evident that he doesn't want her. He wants Chizuru, okay? Even if he's gonna strike out and miss, he's going for the girl of his dreams. And salute him for that, alright? Rukia needs to go find someone else, like the other guy with the glasses. I can't remember his name. But anyway, I think the highest moments in the series really hit home in season 4. I really do. I think it had the best moments and some of the worst in the whole thing. And I have a little bit of mixed feelings for season 4, but overall, I'm going to go on the positive side. I really have a positive thing. I sat on the edge of my seat during all the mommy. Basically, the blonde back there is the villain of the series, or at least the most compelling villain so far. And season 4 is her big return, and boy, did she not disappoint. She went after Kazuya and Chizuru's relationship like it was a plaything to her, and I really love this. the tension is really high. Like I said, I do not read the manga, and thank goodness, because it's probably worse than what the anime showed us. But I do watch the anime, so I don't know what will happen in the future. I do know the 400 spoilers and the rejection thing, because I knew it wasn't going to end that way, and everyone was threatening, like, that's how Winter the Girlfriend's going to end. I did do some minor research on that in order to, like, diffuse the situation, but other than that minor research, I have no idea what's going on. Alright. So, and by the way, the series is going to end the way you think it is. I believe the author said that. I think it was Went to the Girlfriend author that said that. If it wasn't, then it's the ReZero author. I don't remember which one of them said it, but I'm pretty sure it's this one, because I kind of remember it during my research. So, if that is true, the series is going to end the way you think it is. He's going to end up with Chizuru. But it's the journey, how you get here. A lot of people bash on Rent a Girlfriend because they say there's no progress being made, blah blah blah. Did you know in most romance animes, the show this ends after they become a couple? You don't get to see the wedding, you don't get to see the future for most of them. I mean, Quintuplets is rumored to have another movie, and it was supposed to come out this year, but I haven't seen anything. Maybe the other movie did come out and I just didn't realize it. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, but anyway, it just ends. I'm enjoying the journey. I don't care right now whether it's gonna take years or whatever. The journey is fun, and they are making it interesting as you go into it. I think Mommy was fantastic in this season. I don't like her. But I don't normally like villains, okay? But I do like her as a villain. Okay, it's, I don't like her, but I like her. I like her being the villain. If she turned Goody Two-Shoes, I think that might be okay someday, but right now, I just think she's the best villain for the series. And in Season 3, I was so excited for a return when I saw that final episode. I was all like, Mommy's coming back, and she did not disappoint. Pink Hair Girl wasn't really in the season. She did, little excerpts of her, like, popped up, which was during graphic scenes, but I wish they didn't have those graphic scenes. So it was kind of a sour pill to take whenever she popped on the screen. This girl right here, I don't remember her name, but she popped up last season, and she was kind of important that season. She barely showed up at all. It was mainly Mommy, Chizuru, Rukia, and Kazu, and then Kazu's friends and grandma and family. And all the family stuff, like the wedding dress scene, oh my goodness, that was such a hard-hitting moment. And the thing with the ring, and some of the grandma telling Chizuru that she's family, and it was just so touching. And everything's like maxed out to 11 as far as like what's gonna happen. Like, I'm excited about the next season. It was announced like right after this season ended, so this 4.1 out of 115k, there's a lot of people who love to hate on the series, but man, are they still watching. They are secret fans, I'm not gonna lie. Now, there's some people that watch this and want it to burn and stuff, but this fueling the fire. Right now, the series is so popular, it's literally every single season is getting announced basically when the season ends, and that's how you know it's a popular series. Like, if it was anything else than Winter Girlfriend, this number would be higher. It would at least be a 4.5, 4.6, if not even a 4.7, alright? And that's because people love to hate it, because they're saying it's no progress for a romantic anime. Well, this is like Frieren at Journey's End if it was a romance anime. This is what it is. You should be happy for the journey and not the destination. We know what the destination is. Enjoy the journey. At least the non-graphic part. If you know anything about me, I became a very big fan of Rent a Girlfriend in the 3rd season. I saw the growth of Kazura. I saw the growth of all the characters. And Season 3 to this day is still my favorite. But man, Season 4, the high points of Season 4 hit harder than Season 3. And the low points, of course, hit lower than a lot of the low points we've seen in any other season. So do I think Rent a Girlfriend Season 4 was worth it? I do. You take the good with the bad, and you can throw out the bad and keep the good. Okay? Rent a Girlfriend Season 4 was worth it. Now, there is one thing I forgot to talk about, and this is really important. I think the best thing about the season, and I'm not gonna lie, is the music. Whoever does the music for Rent a Girlfriend needs an award, okay? Every moment that meant something had the right soundtrack and the right music going, and it just gave me goosebumps. Every moment that was important or that should have been like escalated to 11 was escalated to like 14. Because the music hit so darn hard during these moments. And I can't tell you enough. The music in this season was better than any other season where they inputted the music and what moments they chose to use the music. It was just breathtaking. I'm not gonna lie. I had to rewind several times when the music hit because it just hit perfectly. And as an AMV creator, I couldn't help but admire the timing of the music and the songs that they chose to use during those moments. A+++++, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, or even 12 out of 10 on the music selection for this season. Alright, that's all I got to say about Rent a Girlfriend. It still stays at 8.2 for me out of 10. Like I said, the low moments really kind of canceled out the high moments, but at the same time, the high moments still stuck around. So if not anything, it might have grown an inch up, like a stronger 8.2. I can't give it an 8.3 because some of the lows were really low, and even if you take out the scene I'm talking about, there was too much fan service in between, and some of the fan service moments was really bad. I want Rent a Girlfriend to be better, and I'm hoping as Kazura and Chizuru and everyone grows, that it does become better. 8.2 is a very great score for me, but I feel like if not even the premise of the show changed, but some of the moments changed, it could have easily been a 9, if not higher. Alright, that is my feelings on Rent a Girlfriend. I'm excited for Season 5. I hope Season 5, the low moments get minimized, and the high moments still stay peaked. Alright, have a good day, everybody. Bye.